You think this is all just part of a sinister plot to like secretly target children?
Purple drinks?
Like the vaping, the fruity vaping and shit. That's just like roping teens in by the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, we need more kids smoking.
So you got to figure like some grape liqueur concoction that also looks like a energy drink.
Well, but you have to be 21 to buy it.
Well, but if your old man buys it and he's all slacked out on the couch because he lost his job at the refinery, you know, and he goes, "Oh, Monaco. I played a video game called Monaco. Must be the same thing." And then he opens it up, powers up, but in the wrong direction, Jason.
That's sad. Well, I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
We Doing Filmographies. Now, I think maybe we do like, I mean, it's late in the game now, but what we're doing, like, we doing filmographies. That's right. We pick an actor.
I said this a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help us.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like something, people need stuff that they know. That's why pop songs are famous. Nobody can really tell you the verse, but that hook.
That's right. On We Doing Filmographies, we go through an actor's filmography, one movie at a time, one movie per episode.
We rate them and the movies, and then we rate their performance as well. It's fun.
And you're here during a very special time of the year.
Yeah. What time of year is it, Jason? Or what day of the season is it, Jason?
On the 14th day of Pitt's Miss my mommy gave to me Brad Pitt with a pompadour. He's a arrogant fucking shithead. It's also got Catherine Keener and Nick Cave.
Yeah, Nick Cave. I thought was a different guy at first.
I mean, Noah Taylor?
Your first T-shirts have arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? Is that who you thought? He
Absolutely.
looks a lot like him.
I was
Okay.
like, is that the guy from Powers?
T-shirts are gone. Band happy, all right?
Julian,
Yeah, Jason.
do you love Johnny Suede?
You know what? The thing is, I think I would be fully on board with this movie if not for the hair.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. The hair always makes it feel, and how aloof he is, always makes it feel like it's a magical world within which he lives.
It's not magical enough.
And then it's not really at all. Kind of still, but once it dives deeper into the relationship stuff, it takes on a little bit more of a, is he redeemed? Yeah, I don't know. The hair, I just couldn't get past.
Tom Dicillo's first movie, Box of Moonlight, The Real Blonde, Living in Oblivion, and Johnny Suede.
Yeah, and apparently his hair was the inspiration for the hairdo of the character Johnny Bravo.
Man, you smell pretty.
Brad Pitt's hair? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. There's a comic strip called like Cowboy Hank, and he's got the same hair too, and it made me think of this movie, but maybe it's Johnny Bravo, but yeah.
Maybe. I liked Johnny Bravo when I was, however young I was when that was out.
Hey, mama. Is that what he says?
Gotta chop you. He says. Believe it or not, there is a tagline for this movie.
Does it just say, Catherine Keener's first film?
No.
Oh.
It should.
Catherine Keener, married to Dolrit.
Is that right?
Till 2007.
What do you know?
I'm slipping my trivia in there with you. What's
I love
the
it.
tagline?
Keeping up an image can be a full-time job.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Not really.
How would you ever sell this movie?
I don't know. Good question. The estimated budget to make it was $500,000.
That sounds good.
The gross was $90,000. I don't think a lot of people saw it.
No.
Oddly enough. What's even more odd is that writer-director Tom Dicillo, not Dicillo.
I don't know.
I don't either. He insisted on casting Brad Pitt.
Yeah, who did they want? They wanted someone else.
Timothy Hutton.
What are you doing?
Just another exciting Saturday night.
Yeah, you got so many exciting Saturday nights in your future.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
He was probably hot at the time. Like
his third wave of being hot?
Yeah. Ironically enough, Dicillo was ultimately dissatisfied with Brad Pitt's portrayal of Johnny Suede.
Really?
Yeah, he said he played him more slow or stupid instead of just childish.
Interesting. You know,
which I kind of agree with.
You say Dicillo, I'll say Dicillo.
Cool.
Dicillo, I feel like hints at problems on filming things, but never names names.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was an article about Box of Moonlight, and he was going on about how he's going to fight this fucking actor. It was so upsetting. I don't know if he said he's going to fight
I like
him, but
Box
he's real
of
mad.
Moonlight.
Yeah, it's a
Is that
good movie.
with
Rockwell and Turturro.
You're driving without a license?
I told you, man. I'm off the fucking grid.
You're off your nut.
God, that's a good one.
So he was having a hard time with somebody on there, but they never say who. And
Rockwell, I'd say.
You think so? I think it was like his first movie. No, couldn't have been. He was in Clown House a million years ago.
He seems like the kind of guy that'll want to give you a hard time. An Ed Norton type
I think Rockwell might be dope.
He might be. Hard to say, man. He plays a lot of shifty guys.
Should we tweet him?
We should.
Are you a dick or are you cool, bro?
Should we do him?
Like on the podcast?
Yeah.
I like Sam Rockwell a ton.
I look back fondly on Safe Men. It's a movie that stuck with me my entire life. To double back to you saying he was having some problems on the set of Box of Moonlight, a few weeks into filming, Tom fired the original director of photography after finding all of the footage was practically worthless.
Jesus.
And he confronted the guy and he goes, "What the hell, man?" And he says, the guy basically said he was deliberately sabotaging the film due to jealousy. Whether or not that's true or what that means, I don't know, but
I don't even know what to say to that.
And all of Johnny Suede's wardrobe was Tom Dicillo's clothing, and it was all stolen from a van that they forgot to lock.
Oh, funny.
So he lost all that gear.
People love robbing vans and taking everything inside. Did you know this was originally a one-man play he wrote? Like an hour? And then he's like, let's make it a movie, and he added an extra half hour.
Yeah. It was also filmed in New York.
Johnny Suede. Johnny Suede is a would-be 1950s rocker, stuck being a 1990s never was. In between trying to start a ridiculous band with best friend Deke, Calvin Levels, and trying to bang away on Darlette, Allison Moir, who's in a relationship with abusive photography boyfriend Flip Doubt, Peter McRobbie. Johnny is also trying to call favors from albino Aussie rock star Freak Storm, Nick Cave. Before long, Johnny meets Yvonne, Catherine Keener, who promises a stable life of normalcy if only Johnny wishes to be saved. Did I nail it?
You did.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure what this movie was going in.
I feel like I saw a little bit of it on Comedy Central and rightly did not watch more of it.
Yeah. Boy, I feel like Pitt's the weakest part.
Oh, he's my favorite.
That's crazy. I love it. So
wait, you love this movie?
No, that we're on opposite ends here.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I felt like this movie took about 50 minutes of boredom to get me on its wavelength.
50 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm actually weirdly into this, even though I don't think it's great. There's stuff I really like about it now.
Once Catherine Keener gets involved, I'm getting what I need. She's so good. And his character, though, in those moments, it feels like extreme satire or something. This normal lady is trying to develop a serious courtship with like an SNL character.
Yeah, it's that hair. You're right. If it weren't for that hair, you'd buy him.
Even if it was a pompadour and he was doing his 50s thing.
But it's a super pompadour?
No. This hair rivals the mullet from Lisa.
Yeah. Do you say it's not even a pompadour anymore? It's too crazy?
I think so, yeah. And I just don't understand it.
It's wild when like it collapses at the end.
Yeah.
And it just looks like Brad Pitt and you're like, looking good, dude. You look handsome.
Why in the world would they not have just done that? It's such a shame. But then I guess it would have been, I don't know what it would have been, but so the movie starts and he is getting ready to go out. And he's fixing his hair, and he's got his clothes, and he's in the mirror. But he looks down, and he's like, man, my shoes are whack. And then he goes to, I think, a club, and I think that's the first time we see Freakstorm. In any event, I think, he's at the party. He looks across the room, and he sees whatever her name is.
Darlette Moore.
Who's Australian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
She looked familiar, but she hasn't been in a ton of things.
Oh, yeah. She's been in enough, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah. And ultimately, he's dejected, and he leaves. He sees her from across the room. I think there's music playing, and he leaves. And he's walking down the street, and he sees a guy, like, raping a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at first I thought they were having sex.
Well, she's, like, passed out.
I felt she was passing out or in and out of it, but I thought the guy on top of her was passed out. Like they were so drunk, they were going to have sex, and now he's passed out and she's trapped underneath him.
But there's a third guy watching.
Hey, man. What? Come here. Why? Come get some of this stuff.
Maybe he says help. She says something that seems to suggest she's not enjoying it, because then the guy goes, oh yeah, no, she does enjoy it. She really enjoys it.
It's good, I'm telling you.
I don't recall that part.
Yeah, and then Brad Pitt leaves and goes to a payphone.
To call the police.
Call the police. Hey, police, there's some shady stuff going down in the corner of your mother.
Because that guy was aggressively trying to get him to come back there.
Come on over here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to rape her, but I want to watch more dudes rape her. That's my thing.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, the phone booth explodes almost. because a hat box had fallen atop it.
A not heavy at all hat box.
No, but like it was as if Michael Jackson jumped on a car and just the windows just shot out.
Right.
You know, he had that ability. I don't know why he never used it more. And so he pulls the hat box down and opens it up. And what is inside, Jason?
A head.
Exactly.
Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
She says, "What's inside of this?" Oh, it's me. No, it's a pair of slip-on black suede shoes with both shoe has 3 like gold pyramid accents just sort of bolted across the feet, going from the knuckle of the big foot out to the tip of the middle finger foot.
And a glass eye.
Yeah. And he goes, "Holy hell." And he puts them on and they fit like a glove. So automatically I'm thinking, okay, this is like Punch Drunk Love. There's going to be elements of a bizarre fever fantasy, but there's going to be some semblance of reality. His hair is really fucking me up, but let's go with this. And then he wakes up the next morning and he looks at the shoes because he still has them. And he's like, yeah, I got these shoes. And his apartment's a real shithole.
It's so gross, but also that's nice that there was a time when you could not have a job and afford that apartment.
Well, yeah, and apparently Tom Dicillo decided the original set wasn't to his liking, so he took a hammer and just started smashing shit.
Oh.
And then he was like, yeah, this is cool. But then towards the end of filming, the fire department stepped in and they said, actually, nobody should be in this building.
Oh, this building's too run down and disgusting?
Yeah.
Way to go, Tom.
And there's like a payphone on the wall, but you don't pay because the guy calls him. But there's like writing on the wall, too. It feels like, I don't know, just a room where like punk kids will crash for the night.
It's very surprising that somebody comes around trying to get that rent money.
Hi, Mr. Clapp.
Hope I'm not bothering you.
No, I was just practicing my guitar and stuff.
Rent?
He sings a little song. Let me tell you about the rent. Pay it. He goes, oh, yeah, no, I know that one. It's a good number. I'll get on that.
I don't remember this.
The guy, he's a big guy.
I remember the guy.
Oh, yeah, he sings a song. I don't remember the song, but it's actually much longer than the one I just made up.
Hey, hey, today's the day. Those that pay, they get to stay. Those that don't, I hate to say, they gotta pack their shit and move away.
So he goes, oh, damn, okay. And he's at the diner eating what looks like gazpacho. And Zeke comes in.
I think it's beans. I think he's always eating beans and tomato sauce.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know he's got can of baked beans.
Beans and tomato sauce.
And then later on that lady does too.
Beans and tomato sauce?
Yeah. So he goes, hey, Johnny, what's happening, man? And he goes, I'm fucked. I had to sell my guitar to pay rent. Oh, man. And Deke kind of feels like, I don't know, something out of like that movie, that short Spooky that we watched that became a movie.
Oh, Bo?
Yeah, like
You think he should be in Bo?
gleefully ambivalent and eternally positive. It's weird. So again, I'm like, okay, we're in a special world. This is like Napoleon Dynamite.
You know, he's interesting because he has some bad ideas, and he unfortunately hangs out with Johnny Suede, but he also seems capable of bettering his life.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I mean, I have a job, I work.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he actually has a life.
Yeah.
And he just knows Johnny. Like Paul used to know a guy named Johnny. Dreadlock Johnny. Guy was a fucking mess. And like he got stomped on at a party one time and shit himself.
Man, what do you got to do to get stomped at a party?
I don't know.
Either absolutely nothing or you really crossed the line.
And like a party in like Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You know, like who's going to stop you in Madison? Yeah, this guy, he has a really good moment just a little bit later on after Johnny first meets Catherine Keener. That is probably my favorite moment in the movie, aside from everything that Catherine Keeners do. I really love the bathtub scene.
Where she shaves him?
And he shaves her, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a fantastic scene. So he goes, yeah, I pawn my guitar, man. I got to pay rent. And he goes, well, that sucks. Come paint with me. And he goes, no, I'm going to actually take a gun and go rob that barbershop over there.
I just need a gun.
They probably got $500. Yeah, that's a really good idea, Johnny.
I can't believe they're thinking that's a good idea.
Where are we going to get a gun? I don't know.
We could get jobs just to buy the gun.
I'll think of something, yeah.
Or just keep the job.
Yeah, and so he goes, hey, we should start a band, though. float me some money and I'll go get my guitar.
Do you think a barbershop would actually have $500 in 1990?
No, it's probably got like $50.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they're probably busier then than they are now. Definitely not $500.
Everybody's getting their haircut on the internet now. They got apps.
I mean, if you
hair.
go to Great Clips right now, a haircut's like
$400.
$30.
Do you go to Great Clips?
I don't go anywhere.
You cut your own hair.
Yeah, it gets to be a length and then I shave it off. So he's like, yeah, cool, I got a keyboard and such. And Johnny's like, oh, rad. You know?
Nah, fuck that. We're doing rockabilly. Ain't no room for a keyboard, bitch.
And he goes, hey, I write songs or whatever too, I think. Maybe that comes later. He somehow finds that girl, Darlette, again.
Well, doesn't she like come up to him on the street?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Help me, my boyfriend beats me in the eyes and chokes my neck.
Yeah, you got bruises on you. Yeah, he's a photographer. Flip.
And he's a real creepy creeper.
Yeah, he's been in stuff, and then usually he's a creeper in those things.
Yeah.
Or a slime bag. Or a wet bag.
All you need is like to be bald and have a crazy nose, and you're the bad guy.
Yeah, he put a monocle on that guy.
Yeah. Oh shit! Stay away from him. That's the Penguin.
He's the bad guy in Hogan's Heroes.
Oh.
Or the Penguin.
Colonel Clonk?
Colonel Clonk, yeah. And they're talking, and she goes, hey, you want to come back to my place? And he goes, oh, yeah. She goes, well, but I got a boyfriend. And he goes, oh, no. But they go back to her place. And then he's like, well, I'm going to go, you know. And she's like, why? And he goes, well, I don't feel right. You got a boyfriend? And she goes, yeah.
Flip slapped me again last night.
What for?
What do you think about that, Johnny?
That he's like, I'm gonna get him.
Gar.
I'm leaving right now to beat his ass. He's got a gun.
Oh, is that? Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, I hope that you are able to leave him someday.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And then I think the next time he sees Deke, he's dating her.
Deke is dating that lady?
No, Johnny's dating her, but it's the next time he sees Deke. And he goes, oh, well, but you said she has a boyfriend. How's that work? Oh, yeah, no, he sees her like Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, or Saturdays or something. And I see her the other days of the week, except Sunday. And Deke goes, well, why ain't anybody seeing her on Sunday?
It's the Lord's Day.
Well, no, that's her day, man. You know, she needs a day to herself. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't actually watch the movie. I don't. I'm just kidding, I did.
But it's becoming apparent that, yeah, he sees the photographer on the street, and the dude like takes a picture of him because he's stricken.
You sure you would? I mean, I'd be scared to take strangers' pictures, but
yeah. But I think he then her mother's a record producer as well, so he goes with her to see her parents for dinner. But it's not her dad. It's, hey, I'm just a friend of your mom's, because her dad left when she was young, and they don't know where he went. And she goes, yeah, Johnny, I hear you make music.
Just give me a demo tape. I'll get you a career.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I mean, I have a band, and I maybe have my guitar back now.
Yeah, we heard him singing a song briefly.
Oh, he's bad.
Don't seem fair that a guy like me should live such a shame.
He's a real terrible rockabilly guy.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, your shoes. Are those suede? Yeah, they are.
Don't step on them.
Can I touch one? And the guy,
her friend, can she wear one?
No, well, maybe, but I think she just wants to have it in her possession, whatever the outcome is. And the guy's just like, yeah, get one of your shoes. He's got a drink. And so he goes, oh, yeah, all right, here you go. And then the Darlette's just like, well, I never. She runs away. And Johnny's like, well, I guess I better go talk to her. And he doesn't get his shoe. So he goes up and he goes, hey, babe, what's the deal? What's the dilly, yo? And she's like, you acting kind of silly, yo. I did a John Cena, you can't see me face thing. And she goes, my mom's she wants to bang you now. She always takes my boyfriends. And he goes, oh, that's hot. This is like Brazzers. And he goes, nah, girl, you're the only one for me. She goes, for real? He goes, yeah. I think they've been painting, him and Deke, terribly painting. They're painting on glass and a French door. Get the fuck out of here. But Deke goes, hey, man, I got this gun from my brother.
All right, here's where I start to remember the movie a little bit better.
He was dreaming about the gun the night before. He was in his apartment. He's dreaming about the gun. It's on the floor. There's an iguana walking around, and then eventually it's on his shoulder. And he's thinking about the photographer, and he's dead maybe in his dream. So when he sees Deke, it's the gun that Deke got. He goes, hey, I ain't got no bullets, though. Which, good.
Yeah.
Just go into the barbershop with the gun. If they don't want to give you the money, then you just run away.
Yeah, you don't have to kill anybody.
Or accidentally shoot, right? Or, you know, and if you're involved in a robbery, if there's bullets in the gun, you get a more severe conviction than if they're not. Without bullets, you know, it's not intent to kill or whatever.
And like above the waist is attempted murder, but if you shoot them in the feet, you don't even get in trouble.
Plus, if you just say, I was just kidding, they can't do anything.
I was just trying to make them dance.
I was just doing a TikTok.
Well, you, here's $50 to get home. You are not under arrest.
Yeah, clout.
Oh, he stuck his tongue out.
Smash that like button. So, yeah, he's with Deke. He's got a gun now, but he ain't got bullets. So he's like, I'll get bullets. Don't worry about that.
Really, Johnny's super into that gun. He's pointing it around, and then he tries to tuck it in his waistband, and Deke's like, no, my brother says
I should keep this.
What? Okay.
All right. So
you're too dumb to have a gun.
Yeah, I think it's at this point he wakes up with Darlette after having sex. And she has tea and biscuits. He sits down. The biscuits are all gone. You got any more biscuits? No. Just to pour himself a cup of tea. There's no tea. You have any more tea? No. Oh, okay. Johnny, I think we should not see each other anymore.
He was too good in bed that she can't ever do it again.
Yeah, she's broken.
It's a little hard for me to understand how you could be having so much fun with a guy who's supposed to be beating the shit out of you.
But we had fun.
Well, maybe I should slap you a couple times and we'll have some fun too.
I can't believe that you said that.
Yeah.
But she goes, I also don't like you. And I was like, God damn. All right. He's been wearing underwear the entire movie. It's tattered. When we first see him, he's rubbing his wiener through it while he's walking through the house. Or he's got his hand in it, rubbing his wiener while he's walking through the house.
Is he rubbing it or like adjusting?
I would have thought he was itching or adjusting, but he's in there. He walks up to the mirror and he looks at himself, I think even above the mantle.
Me. Is that what he's doing that?
Yeah.
Would you do me? I'd do me.
He also played records for her, and they're doo-wop or rockabilly doo-wop sort of 50s records. And she's like, these records suck. Got any Freakstorm? He goes, no. He has ran into Freakstorm, at least by this point.
Yes.
He walked into a barn, and this albino Australian cowboy in white leather is just sitting at the bar.
Is that Danny Embling himself, Noah Taylor?
Yeah.
No.
And he doesn't say anything. I think he just gets a drink and walks off.
Shortly before he got those stacks of red paper, black paper in his red right hand. See him in your nightmares.
You'll see him in your dreams.
Nick Cave. Nick Cave in the Bad Seeds, Red Right Hand.
I don't know any
famous
of his
song.
music.
You have to know that
Nope.
one. It was in Dumb and Dumber.
I actually never really saw that movie.
It's not good.
I've seen clips.
Oh shit! Delete that.
No, I have no idea.
You should fire. You'd dig that track, but now that I said that you would like it, you will never listen to it.
I saw him. I'm like, oh, that's Noah Taylor. I didn't know he was in here.
Yeah,
he's looking pretty good.
Yeah. No, he's not. He looks like the bat from the Neverending Story.
Yeah, he looks like a.
Look, it's Ferngully with blonde hair.
Yeah, he looks quite peculiar.
He looks horrible.
Originally, he had an idea, and I guess they filmed this, where he orders a shot of tequila, and the bartender goes, "Oh, sorry, mate, we're out of salt," and he licks a woman's armpit and then does the shot.
Oh,
but they decided not to put that in the movie.
Well, they should have. It's disgusting, but they should have put that in there for some little pep,
little color.
Movie. Yeah,
because we aren't yet informed when we first see him that he's Freakstorm.
That dude's Freakstorm.
So when she says, "Do you have any Freakstorm?" I'm thinking, what is this, like death metal or speed metal or something?
Fucking Rick James.
Freakstorm. You know?
They say the name of the band in the song. Freakstorm.
And all their songs.
Is that what Death Grips does? Like,
yeah.
Death Grips.
Death Grips. and he goes, I ain't got no Freakstorm. And then eventually they break up. So he's moping about, but he's also doing music, but he's coming off of the subway, and Catherine Keener is walking up the steps, and right behind her is what I thought was a little person, a small person of stature dressed as a cowboy.
Wait, it's not?
Well, I guess it is, but she confuses him as a child.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happens. Because she says that, and I go, oh, maybe he drew that mustache on his face. Because it did look weird.
So he's going up behind Catherine Keener. He's got, like, what, a stick or something?
No, it's a car antenna.
Okay, and he's lifted up her
skirt. Or a radio antenna that you, like that. And yeah, he's just looking up her skirt.
And Brad Pitt's like,
"Hey, what the hell are you doing, huh?"
And that guy, he gets scared and he falls down the stairs.
He gets scared and he steps back on his dominant heel, but his spur catches the lip of the stairwell and staircase and he falls down. And she turns around and she goes, "You fucking dick! Why'd you push that baby?" And she runs up. Moments later, a hot dog cart comes flying down the stairs.
Kills all of them?
It does.
Well, that little person is like,
I'm gonna get you for this. Shut up. You wait, sucker. You're gonna die.
That's kind of scary. Like, what? Shouldn't you just like run away and be like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very horny."
Yeah, I mean, but he was just being a good guy.
We don't have the internet yet where I could find the people that really like what I got going on.
Yeah, and then when I do, boy.
Yep.
And he runs into what turns out to be Catherine Keener.
But she's got her hair's half dreadlocked or something.
Not good.
It's like twisted, like a twisty ponytails, but it's so gross.
It also sounds like she's wearing a retainer.
What is with her mouth in this movie?
Right?
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I thought you pushed him down the stairs. I'm sorry.
The whole movie, it sounds, I was saying, is she have a fucking Invisalign in there?
Yeah, this feels like a retainer or she's doesn't have glue on her dentures. It's just like I couldn't come to terms with it.
No, she kept doing it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this isn't how she normally sounds.
No,
this isn't right.
No,
it does sound like dentures.
This is what I would expect her to sound 30 years from now.
Did they fix her teeth right before the movie? She's got a bunch of falsies in there.
I don't know. It's very, very bizarre. So yeah, he goes, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to play my band music, and there's a weird guy across the street with a stroller. Yvonne, is
that her brother or coworker or something?
He goes, who is that? Oh, that's a friend. Oh, he's a weird friend. Well, I'm gonna go play this band music. I'm in a band.
Why did she suddenly believe him that he's not a bad guy?
I don't know. Oh, because he goes.
Oh, he knows what her underwear looks like.
Yep, and
she's
her
like, oh shit,
skid marks.
Yeah,
she's like, that's embarrassing.
You have really brown underwear. I didn't need to go further.
No, he goes, yeah, you're right. I pushed a kid, and I guess you don't have on wet underwear with blue bunnies on it. She goes,
you say wet underwear?
White underwear with blue bunnies on it, and it's wet. She goes, oh dang, he saw my panties.
I'd like to show them to you again later.
How about that child little person? He goes to like a gutted out, dilapidated factory building. And so they're in this burned out shell of a building, right? There's a front door, and then it's just this huge empty space.
And it's very cold.
There's moss everywhere. Yeah, his breath is showing. And there's like a barrel on fire. And so he goes, all right, band, let's start performing. It's Johnny on the guitar. Deke is on like a Fisher-Price Boommaster 8000, and
what does that mean?
I don't know. I just made it up. It's like a toy keyboard, yeah.
Okay.
And there's a guy on an accordion who looks like he could be the third brother of the brothers from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Ryan, stab somebody!
The McPoyles?
He looks like he just had some warm milk. And who the fuck is on bass? Who's on bass?
Check it out. It is Yaphet Kotto.
He said, I'm in this too.
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Pretty exciting.
I didn't see his name in the credits, to be honest. I don't even know if it's in there. Probably isn't. Maybe it is.
When did Jungle Fever come out? Is that maybe? Well, this movie's 92.
Yeah, Jungle Fever. Yeah, 91.
Okay, so it's right around that
time
where
New Jack and Jungle.
You start seeing Sammy Jack everywhere.
Sammy Jack is everywhere. Yeah,
Sammy Jackis.
And he's only in this for this scene.
I know. I thought he was going to be back.
I did too.
I was like, oh, cool. And then honestly, I forgot about him after the scene was over.
Yeah, exactly. Because he ends up going on to be in another band, a cruise ship. All of a sudden, Catherine Keener comes in. Just what every band member loves.
The girlfriend coming to watch.
Mm-hmm. And she sits on a barrel or something, and he plays his Billy Joel ripoff.
What is that song? Sucks too. Isn't it about how girls are lame and he's cool?
You're just a girl with the look on your face. Nothing much more than that.
I thought it was kind of catchy. I was like, oh, this is actually a little bit better than the garbage he was trying to sing earlier. But afterwards, everybody's like, hey, Johnny, we're going to go, swing it. And he goes, no, I'm just going to hang out here. It's like, yeah, of course he's just going to. I mean, Catherine Keener's right there.
Yeah.
And she seems like, she goes, hey, was there a phone around here? I got to get out of here.
Yeah, she's like, this. You are not cool. I didn't like this.
Bizarre. And he goes,
I know what you're trying to say, and I agree with you. These guys are terrible.
Yeah.
They can't measure up to this burning hot blue sun of a star friend, famous guy. She goes, oh, yeah. And he goes, but do I suck? No, you got a good voice. Yeah, you're right.
Isn't he like, tell me the truth, I can take it.
Tell me you love me.
I love you, Johnny Spy. Now, so he's like a dumb asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're supposed to believe there's more going on inside of him. I like his dummy shtick. I actually find him pretty interesting in this movie, which is really very uninteresting.
That's why I feel like the hair, again, it's so ridiculous. It's hard to take him serious in any way for me. But then to imagine that he spends as much time as he must perfecting it, time we never see. Thankfully, of course. But I don't know. He just doesn't. They're always like, yeah, Image takes a. He's not posturing. He just is. He's deluded, but he's not like trying as. He's not like the brother in A River Runs Through It. So yeah, she's like, yeah, you're all right. And then I think they date.
But he like kind of doesn't like.
They go back to her apartment. I think she made food. Maybe
Meatloaf.
It was
Night's
Meatloaf.
Official date night.
Yeah, that was Meatloaf night.
Meatloaf night. He's real like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave, and she's like, what? You're gonna leave? It's 9:30.
They have Meatloaf. They seem to be having a good time.
Yeah. What's his move? Like he doesn't like her. He's trying to play hard to get.
I don't know.
Well, so he like leaves and like they decide to kiss.
It almost feels like he's just asexual, but we know he's at least had sex once before with that Darlette, I think. Yeah. He goes to kiss her on the cheek. She's waiting for him to kiss her on the mouth, so they do a weird smack. Her dentures fall.
I was going to say, did the Invisalign hit the ground?
And she's just so embarrassed. And he goes, well, we might as well make it a real kiss. She goes, yeah, might as well. And then they kiss. It's not a good kiss.
No.
Jump cut. They're
in the bed.
In bed.
And she's like...
He's come all over. Well, I'm going to go get me some more of that meatloaf.
Which we've already established is raw and terrible.
Yeah, because she had to put it back in the oven. And she goes, no, wait, Johnny.
No, it's my turn.
You got to pleasure me. You came in 4 seconds, so...
Come over here and pick up some watermelon seeds.
Well, not... Yeah. So when she says that, I imagine, oh, he's just going to go down on her.
Yeah.
That's the surefire way to heat things up when all of us are... been down.
Taking her to... Finger blast out. I couldn't think of anything clever to say.
So he starts fingering on her, and she immediately is just like,
"You're bad at this." That thing you think that's there, but that's not there.
She goes, "No, stop.
Hold on, let me help you."
And he goes, "Well, goddamn." She goes, "No, give me your hand." Starts scratching that record.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, and he pleasures her. So now he's painting with Deke, which could be a great show.
Painting with Deke?
Yeah, is that his name, Deke? What did I call him before? Zeke, yeah.
Reek?
Decky. And he goes, oh, man, so I'm playing it like, whatever. Let her come to me. And he goes, yeah, that's how you do it, Johnny. You let her come to you, man. Yeah, that's what I do.
She showed me where that little button is inside there, you know?
You didn't know where that was, man?
Yeah, I knew where it was. But now, man, I can find it in the dark if I have to. And that is a good thing for a guy to know.
She teach you to scrape at it as hard as you can with your fingernails?
Well, and this is the scene that I really enjoy with Deke. Because he goes, not laughing, but he's humored. But he's also, I think this is the point where he realizes that
Johnny's a dipshit?
Yes. Because he goes,
you know, Johnny, I'm glad we had this conversation.
Anytime.
So they are painting the apartment of the photographer.
What? No, that's not him.
He's there. The guy they talked to wasn't him, but he is there. So maybe it's his friend.
Twin.
Shadow. Conscious. And so they're painting.
He shadow casted him into this reality?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow casting.
And Johnny Fever goes, hey, I need to use the pisser.
Well, shadow casting.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
He goes, hey, mate, where's the dunny? Oh, no, you can't use my toilet. What? Too right? No, you go,
Man, you're really looking forward to doing the Australian voice, weren't you?
And he goes, hey, Deke, man, the guy won't let me pee here. Well, fuck, Johnny, just go pee in the bucket. Like we've all been doing, apparently.
Yeah, they have a painting bucket.
Where? In the closet, man. Like what? Where else do you think? The hell you think closets are for? If not peeing in buckets, you dipshit.
Right. Every closet I've been into, there's always been 4 or 5 buckets.
Yeah.
With varying levels of rotten piss.
Yeah, you top them each off. So he goes to pee in the bucket. When all of a sudden, he finds a cigar box, and he opens it.
Bullets?
One bullet.
1 bullet.
Holy hell. Hey, Deke, Oh, sorry, Zip. Hey, Deke.
Zeke. His name's Zeke.
Hey, what, Johnny?
Let's kill this guy.
I got a bullet. You still got that gun? Yeah, I got the gun. And they put the bullet in and it fits.
Let's kill this guy.
And the guy comes over. What are you doing? Because they're all hunkered down.
Not talking about killing you.
Nothing. You're all going to be alive after this day.
We're talking about paint.
Get back to work, you cocksuckers. Look at this paint on the wall. It's got fuzz in it. Here's a fuzz. Here's a fuzz. And he goes, you're a piece of shit. What? Did he say suck my dick? No, man, he didn't say that. He showed me. He said, show me the lint or whatever.
No, he did not.
Oh, I'm going to, though. Here it is. And Johnny pulls out the gun and puts it to the back of the guy's head. And Deke goes,
blows his brains out all over Zeke.
Yeah. God, now we got to call the wolf. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Ha! Ha! Ha!
It took me a minute to figure out what you were doing there.
Yeah. And he goes, what's wrong with you, Johnny? He goes, nah, I was just joking. You know the old put the gun to his head. It's loaded.
Yeah, I got my
routine.
finger on the trigger. It's a good one.
Yep. So Johnny's at his lowest point. So Keener comes by. She knocks on the door while Johnny's waiting to go out and party. He goes, oh, Yvonne, this is a very nice surprise that you pulled. What are you doing here?
Well, you know, you just stormed out of that classroom like a bitch.
I haven't seen you for a week, dude. Like, what is happening between us?
Becky was feeling really bad about ripping your shirt, so she made you this.
Yeah, and he goes, sorry, I ripped your shit. And he goes,
Oh, that's real funny, you know? Kid rips my shirt and she calls me shit. That's hysterical.
It's supposed to be shirts. He's sorry I ripped your shirt.
Oh, that's very, very nice.
and she got you this box.
For a minute, he's touched, and then he gets mad. He's so stupid.
He is so stupid.
I can see how Tom DiCillo would have a problem with this.
I can see why you would like him, though. Coming off of Jesus' son.
I don't, it's like he has this whole facade and he's marching along trying to be that guy, but he's too dumb to really pull any talent or ability or drive or anything.
The problem is I don't know who that guy's supposed to be. Who is Johnny Suede?
He's Brian Setzer in the Stray Cats.
He's not cool. He doesn't do cool things. So it's like, what's the persona that he's putting on?
Well, he's a musician.
A moron? He plays music.
Wouldn't call him a musician.
So all of a sudden, hey, Johnny, it's Deke with 2 sluts, as you requested. Oh, what? I didn't. What? And he looks and Catherine Keener's gone.
Well, at first he's like, hold on, I'm talking with one of my friends.
Yep.
I'll be right down or something. And then he looks back and she's gone.
She throws a smoke pellet down, poof, and she's gone, like Batman.
He's got a ninja star in his forehead and he doesn't even know what happened.
Yeah. So he goes over to her apartment, knocks on the door, and she goes, dude, what the fuck? He barges in. I like you.
Well, you don't show it. I've never once felt like you liked me.
Yeah, you treat me like garbage.
Yeah, you are not nice to me.
You're like dating Kramer.
No, Kramer.
You're good for a pop-in, but
Kramer would be nice to you. Kramer would be a good dater.
Kramer is on to the next thing. The next day, he's raising chickens.
Okay,
he's building levels.
But he would at least be dancing around the room covered in baby oil with you.
Once.
Right, but even Johnny Suede's not even doing that.
That's true.
He never gives you anything.
He's ashy as fuck. And so he goes, nah, girl, we can make this work. And I don't know, I guess they try. He sent his tape to her mama. Didn't hear shit back from there. He runs into Freak Storm, who's in an alley, courtyard. He's in the, you know what he looks like? He's in the courtyard after the building in New Jack City goes to ruin.
That's legit.
For some reason, he's drawn to an alley after he sees the photographer and the girl walking down the street. He dips into a alcove, and at which point, Freakstorm comes up and he goes, "You got a cigarette?" No, I don't. And he lights one.
Yeah,
and walks off. So he follows him in, and he's got a fucking Morpheus chair in the middle of this bombed out courtyard.
This is interesting too because Freakstorm is like him. Like they're both like rockabilly dorks.
Yeah, but I guess he's like popular and successful.
But
to some extent,
I'm confused about that.
Nebulous, yeah, at best. And he goes, "Oh, hey, freak! Remember I saw you before?" And he goes, "Yeah, I remember you, Johnny. You should I know a guy. Here's his flyer.
How long is this episode? It feels eternal. Is it because Johnny Suede has no plot?
We're at 68 and a half minutes. We go to a lot of places outside of the movie. And so Freak gives him a flyer. If you give him $20, a guy will produce you a hit record. And he goes, oh, word, Freak. And he goes, I'll tell you what, give me the money. I'll give it to him.
No. Keep the money.
$40 is what he asked for.
Give me the money.
By the way, I thought that's what he asked for.
You're not good with numbers, though. You heard the Thelma and Louise episode, right?
And I was right. I said 76 and you said 63 or whatever. 36 or whatever it is. You were right.
Thank you.
And
I was really excited for you to listen to that episode.
I was like,
where's
the ding? Right? No ding. Curses. and he goes, oh, Freak, I'll give you the money to take to this guy. Oh, yeah, give me that money. And he goes, hey, here's some chicken.
No, it's like Freak Storm sings him the song about his dad getting murdered.
Because he got murdered.
And he's like, I can't do anything with that song. It's too personal.
You have it.
I like that song. What? No, that song sucks. No, I like it. Do you really like it? Yeah. You can have it, Johnny.
It's yours.
My gift to you.
Gratis.
So they have this moment. He gives him that flyer. He gives him the money.
Yep. And then he goes, hey, have some of this chicken.
He's like, no,
I don't. No.
He just lifts up a bag out of nowhere.
No, it's a bucket. It's like a KFC bucket. Yes.
It's a bag.
I'm pretty sure it's a KFC bucket.
I'm sure it's like a big foil bag.
I mean, not KFC, but I'm pretty sure it's a bucket. Oh, we'll see.
Ding.
Hey, I was right. And damn it, I was wrong. And he goes, nah, I don't want any of that chicken.
I can't, Freak. I got a split.
You got a split?
Uh-huh.
I start your fucking career for and you got a split. That's why your life's going fucking nowhere, Johnny, because you don't know how to show a little bit of goddamn gratitude.
No, I'm grateful, Freak, really.
What?
I gotta be somewhere.
You are turning down mercurial chicken of undefined origin.
I just made your career. You're ungrateful.
Oh, yeah, I'll have some of that chicken.
This is good chicken.
Well, it should be, man. I only found it this morning.
I'm sorry, what's that now? I'm just ribbing you.
That might be kind of the best moment of the movie.
Yeah. So Johnny wakes up the next morning and he's puking and shitting.
And then?
The photographer across the street sees him in the window.
Uh-huh.
And they come and get him.
Yep.
And they take him to his apartment?
To give him soup?
No, just to save him.
But he's not feeling good?
Yeah, he's not good.
And then the
guy goes, she still loves you.
Oh, man, cool.
Oh, is that right? Word. She comes over and something incredibly bizarre happens. I don't remember what it is.
The little person from earlier stabs him with a pin.
That's right. And he starts bleeding.
His guts, and he starts like rubbing his guts, and there's blood everywhere. It's
and he wakes up.
Great.
He wakes up because Catherine Keener's there. She brought him soup.
Oh, what's that smell?
I made some soup. Do you want some?
What kind?
Vegetable.
What kind of vegetables?
Do you want the fucking soup? She was really one of them type indie girls for a minute there, much like Lily Taylor.
She nurses him back to health with her tit.
And it feels like they're on something now.
Yeah.
They're in the bathtub together. She's shaving his face, and he goes, oh, how'd you learn to do this? And, a guy I was seeing. Oh, yeah.
He didn't have arms.
Tell me all about him. And she goes, dude, shut the fuck up. And then all of a sudden, he's shaving her leg. And it's so cute. She goes,
you're going the wrong way. Look, lady, you go your way, I'll go my way.
And all of a sudden, she blurts out, and it's so vulnerable. I love you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I would have been like, I love you too. Have my seed.
But he doesn't love her.
No, he doesn't know what love is.
And he doesn't know anything about no seed.
And he doesn't want her to show him.
Yep.
I guess she's fine with that. Now, one day he's coming home from the steel mill and he's on the train and he sees this.
Does he work at a steel mill?
No, I think he's still doing that painting. He sees a woman. And so he follows her off the train and he follows her into the grocery store. And she looks at him. Oh, what's this guy doing?
He just buys a bunch of cookies.
Toilet paper, actually.
For the butt?
And then he follows her home. And her front door's open. She pushes it open and walks in.
To like her building, right?
Maybe.
Not to her house.
It seemed like a brownstone, but who's to say? And all of a sudden, he walks into her apartment. She goes, oh my God, is this the Red Shoe Diaries? I knew this was real.
You're David Duchovny.
And the next thing we know, he's waking up after having had sexual intercourse with her.
Well, he drops a lot of game on her.
I saw you on the train, and I just wanted to tell you you had the most beautiful legs I'd ever seen.
You know what she's cooking?
Beans and red tomato sauce.
Yep, it's his brand. and then they have sex, and he wakes up and he's just like throwing up.
Like he had a bad dream.
Yeah, he probably did have a bad dream. I just don't remember it.
Why did he fall asleep?
I don't know. And so he's like, I gotta get out of here. She goes,
Wait a second.
What?
Your toilet paper.
Well, no, he's like, oh my God, she's gonna kill me. She's like, you forgot your toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. And he just runs home. Oh, baby, you wouldn't believe it. A man got his brains blown out on the train. A man was shot in the head, and we were all detained by the police. I couldn't leave. I said, I got the toilet paper. I gotta leave. And they wouldn't let me.
She's like, I made your favorite meal, and look, there's presents everywhere for you.
She made him a cake.
I choose to believe that she also made him his favorite meal
cake?
Beans and tomato sauce.
Oh, she probably did.
Well, I soaked the beans myself, and I made it tomato sauce.
That's what the cake's made of.
Oh.
You made me bean cake? Yeah, I know how much you love it.
Yeah, I love it so much, Catherine.
Wow, you got all these presents? What is this, Christmas? No, it's your birthday. Oh, word. I'm going to go shower, though.
You care about me?
However, before I go into the bathroom to shower the stank off of me, I'm going to remove my pants in the living room for no reason.
Oh, shit. All right.
And silk bloomers fall out.
Oh, my God. Somebody put those in there as a prank.
Oh, I got these for you.
It must have been Greek that did it.
These are the presents I brought for you, Catherine. These are your new underwear.
Why do they smell like somebody else's pussy?
I got them used.
I ain't got much money.
I got them at the dollar store. I didn't know.
You seen my apartment before I moved in with you, right? I just remembered him and Geek making the pros and cons list for him moving in with Catherine King.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They do that before this, obviously, and because they're living together at this point.
But she touches his ear. And
what are they, Jason?
I can't remember.
Pros.
She touches his ear.
Has a color TV.
Oh, that's a stupid one, but yep.
The fourth one ends up being, I think, she touches his ear.
Yeah, he reveals he's in love with her at that moment, but he's too stupid to realize it.
Right, he goes, I don't know, Johnny, that sounds, the way you say it, like it's really nice.
I wish that I had something like that.
Yeah, and
fucking Zeke rules. Deke, it's Deke. I was trying to call him Geek and Greek to be funny, but...
So the satin, actually, panties hit the floor.
Mm-hmm. And the stank is everywhere.
Yeah, and she goes, I knew it.
I knew it the second you came in. I could smell that whore all over you.
I could smell that bitch's tar sauce. Coated all over your dick.
I think they can. Can they smell another woman on you?
I mean, just in general, sex has a smell. And if it's with another woman, yeah, she probably has a perfume or something.
I always think it seems like they're implying they can smell their cooch.
Well, I mean, there is that too, but because cooch stank. She wasn't clean down there.
Oh, no.
And he goes, yeah, I had sex.
How come we have never captured that little piece of audio? I think about that all the time. Every time you slip it into an episode, we don't have the...
I never think of capturing it. That's the funny part.
Oh, we should have gotten it.
It's there.
As soon as we get the audio.
I know exactly where it is from the Charlotte Gray. So she goes, what the fuck? He goes, now listen, there was this magic hand.
Oh, yeah.
That was pushing me.
It's been pushing me all day.
And I started following this girl. Nothing special about it, really. Every time I tried to stop, that giant hand gave me another shove, And somehow I ended up in her kitchen eating dinner.
I didn't want to have sex with her. This hand pushing me. And I fucked her. Doggy style, even. You don't do that, by the way. And she goes, you need to get the fuck out.
This part's crazy.
And he goes, I don't like you anyways. She gets up in his face. You shit turd. He punches her in her stomach.
No.
I'm a Nazi, he says.
Would they have that confrontation? He does say something really mean to her.
You think I want to be stuck here with a chick who can't even put on fucking makeup? No!
Which causes her to throw a shoe at him.
Yeah, that was the panties your mama laid out for you.
The shoe goes through the window.
Oh, that's right.
And he goes crazy because he told her earlier when she threw a shoe at him to never do that, because apparently throwing shoes at him really triggers something. So she throws that shoe.
Goes out the window.
And then he's mad, and then she grabs him by his stupid hair. She's yanking him by his fucking hair. That shit is crazy.
He Holyfields her.
He pulls a Jesus' son and socks her in the gut.
In the bread box.
Bullshit, man. You punched her in the gut.
She doubles the fuck over.
This is a tricky situation because, like, he didn't have to hit her to get away.
No.
But she was so crazy out of line, thrashing his head around by his hair.
Yeah, and he runs away.
You know, the hair, it's attached to your head. It hurts if you do that.
Well, I don't have that problem.
He's bleeding later from her ripping his
is that
head
what
up.
that's from?
Yeah.
I thought he scratched her, or she scratched him or something.
I mean, maybe. Well, she was digging her nails into his head and ripping his head up.
Okay.
That shit was crazy. See, he punches her in the gut. She doubles over. She's crying on the bed, or maybe just gasping for air.
Yeah, both.
And then he leaves.
Did I tell you about throwing shoes? Didn't I?
He does, and he hits the streets. And I think he runs in the freak mob at this point. Freak zone? What is it? Freak storm at the bar. Oh, hey, freak. And freak's just like strung out.
Yeah, freak's all fucked up.
Oh, hey, Johnny. Hey, he sees him in the pisser. He goes, hey, did you give him that guy my tape? What?
Said I'd give him the $20. I gave him the fucking $20.
Look, I don't got $20 in my red right hand, do I?
He goes, my bad, freak. My woman threw me out. I domestically abused her. He goes, yeah, you hit her right. Yeah, well, you got him, mate.
I thought it was a trick right there.
I thought he was going to be like, you pussy.
You beat up women, I'm going to kill you right here.
I'm going to rape you in here with my thumb.
What?
And he goes, hey, Johnny, you're going to come stay with me.
He's going to stick that thumb inside of him?
He's going to Tom Arnold his ass.
That's
and
rough.
He goes, oh, freak, you let me sleep with you in what must be a shithole? Yeah, mate. Come on, I'm going to go out and get a drink with my girlfriend.
You going to meet it?
You going to meet it? Oh, too right, he says. And they go out and Starlight, what the hell? You're in this movie still? And he goes, oh, I know her. I got to get out of here, freak. Okay.
I ain't a part of this no more, freak.
And he runs away like a little girl.
He's in a diner now.
He's at a diner, which might also be a coffee donut shop.
Yep, he's got a donut in front of him. Powdered donut, jelly donut.
It's
he's got a bite
raspberry
out of it.
jelly donut that's just oozed out most of the jelly.
He's got a coffee cup. It's that old Greek coffee cup you
There's
see
an
everywhere.
old man. He's nude at the bar.
No, that's during his dream.
It's the same thing. So all of a sudden, he wakes up and Catherine Keener's there.
I was so worried about you.
What? How did you... No, it's cool.
I love you. I want you to come home.
He came to show me where you were. Oh, word. Hey, your pussy's bleeding.
Is it her pussy?
Hey, you got blood running down your leg, which I assume is emanating from your nether region.
Oh, I never assumed it was from her vagina at all. I just thought she was bleeding to death.
Because he punched her.
In the cooch?
In her stomach. And I think there was a reference to a possible, like, miscarriage, which I don't think is actually what happened. But he goes, oh, damn, girl. You're not clean down there. And she goes, yes.
This is actually, okay, ready for me to say it the third time? Best part of the movie.
It's
The
frightening.
the hurt on his face, the regret, the realization that she is his love and like the one thing that matters in this world. Like he feels it within that horrible, sad dream.
And he's got normal hair at this point.
Oh, does he? It's deflated at this point?
It's deflated, yeah. And I'm thinking, this is what I've been missing. Because it'd be fine if more than just him and Freak Storm had this hair. If it was like pervasive in their environment.
Everybody had that?
Because there's like dudes like that in Japan who get like greaser hot rods and wear leather and pompadours and shit.
But not like this pompadour.
No, it's traditional. So if you're going to go this extreme, which is never explained why it's that extreme, but Freak Storm kind of is as well, there needs to be a sort of scene. It's not there. Because it doesn't even seem like he likes Freak Storm when she goes, hey, you got any Freak Storm records? So I'm like, well, what kind of music does Freak Storm play?
See it in your nightmares, you see it in your dreams.
Because he goes, no, I don't got any of that Freak Storm. But then he seems like he reveres Freak Storm later on.
Well, I mean, it's like you. Like, you'd be like, man, if I ever saw Garth Brooks, I'd slit his throat. But you see him in person, you're like,
oh, hey, Mr. Brooks.
Man, Thunder Roads is the coolest song I ever heard in my life.
Is Chris Gaines with you? I didn't see him pull
and he's
up.
like, Julian, Chris Gaines is always with me.
Hold on. I think I'll go get him. Goes back. Hey, I'm Chris. Is Garth left already? What the hell?
I'd actually like to talk to Garth a little more. Okay.
Oh, what? So he wakes up and he's alone, though. And he goes home, and Catherine Keener is there.
Yeah.
On the bed, crying.
Yep.
And she turns around and looks at him, and for the life of me, I can't remember if he apologizes.
I'm sorry, baby.
A hunka broke your heart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And she looks at him, and it ends.
Fucking man. You know, honest.
Go, boing, gong, go, boing, go, boing. That's how the music probably sounded. Go ahead.
I don't like the end of this movie. I felt like he made his choice by punching her and storming out.
Mm-hmm.
That relationship's gone.
Yeah, it reminded me of In the Bowel of France, I Stand Alone.
Oh, and he only has one shoe. But the entire time he's homeless with one shoe.
Yeah, because he thought he found it in his dream, but it wasn't.
And we do eventually see the shoe drive off on the roof of a car.
And you can see a guy is across the street looking at the car with the shoe because he doesn't know they're filming. And he just walks away. So, yeah, man, I don't know. This movie, it gave me weird feelings, you know?
Yeah.
Because, God, Catherine Keener is so good. It's a toss-up, man. I'm interested to hear, A, what you rate the movie, and B, what you rate Brad Pitt.
This movie's kind of a bad movie. I think it's got an interesting vibe to it. I don't think it has enough substance to go with the style they're attempting, which isn't totally pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
I am fascinated by Brad Pitt. I do not connect with him for most of the movie, 45 to 50 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Slightly after he meets Catherine Keener, I felt like I connected with him a little more and was invested in what he had going on and found things more absurd.
Yes.
And interesting. And I found the end quite sad. Him tracking that woman to her apartment and having sex with her was strange and interesting. And the sadness of him finding somebody that actually loves him and bought him presents and made him a cake and then realizing he fucked her over that day and then trying to explain himself was pretty potent.
Yeah.
And then hitting her and then finding himself homeless and miserable.
Because he got angry when he told her about the hand. And she's like, what the fuck? And he goes, I'm trying to explain myself and you won't let me.
I mean, good on him for trying to explain how he felt and how he got there. But
sure, because
also,
we didn't feel it.
No, why would you expect her to be like,
that makes it okay.
I get it.
I understand. Yeah, it's weird because this movie, like I said, at first it felt like a different place.
It is wildly boring.
It's extremely boring.
It's so fucking boring.
Yes. Because it feels like he should be more of like a Kurt Cobain kind of guy.
This movie, more than anything I've ever seen, made me feel location scouting. Where they were like, we don't have much money. We can maybe have him walk this way towards the camera and there'll be weird stuff in the back.
Like bombed out.
Industrial bullshit.
The remnants of like the great 80s slash and burn fire shit.
Yeah.
And then like a weird sign. Yeah, I mean, so it felt like different, almost like fantasy. But then we get to the point where he meets Catherine Keener and I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Now we can kind of maybe dive into what the hell this guy is compared to like a real person.
Just kidding. Only in the last 10 minutes will you get there.
Right. We don't know that he's ditching out on her for extended periods of time until somebody literally says it. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, I don't know what's going on there. And the bathtub scene really blew me away. And then it's just, he gets normal hair. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Then he goes back to his hair.
God, I really felt like the last 40 minutes it picked up so much, but also was the same pacing as before. Like, still pretty boring, but I'm way more invested.
There's something there that I want to see.
And I felt like it was absolutely nothing before this point. Like that shit with Nick Cave and that big chicken. That's pretty good.
That was interesting.
That
but
he got real sick, he yelled at him.
If you miss him, if you blink, you miss him the first time.
Yeah.
But if you do see him, you're like, when you see him again, you're like, oh, that's right. Oh, he's Freak Storm. Okay, they didn't mention, when she said Freak Storm, maybe they should have shown a record with his face on it or something. Like, oh, that's Freak Storm.
Might have been good.
Might have been. And then we hear his music. Freak Storm, Freak Storm. It's raining outside. It's a freak storm. Like,
came out of nowhere. Tom Dicillo has like a good run of like 3 or 4 movies that I think are pretty interesting, and then it completely disappears, I think.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a 4.
I wonder if I would be more on its wavelength after spending this much time with it and going through all of it. Would I enjoy it from the beginning? I don't think so.
I wonder about that too sometimes, because I feel like I'm so aware of what I'm watching the first time, especially if it's something I don't know, that there's this element to it where I'm just trying to grapple with what I'm seeing. But yeah, maybe watching it again after having seen it.
If we live to be 200 years old, we should go through them all again.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
You say you give it a 4?
That's what I was saying. I feel like I'm going to give it a 4. I feel like I want to give it a 5, but I kind of feel like a 4 might be more realistic.
I'm thinking about giving it a 5 just based on the last 40 minutes and how I got weirdly invested in it. It was a really quite the shift from being bored and kind of angry to...
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
What did you feel about just the overall like direction and I guess cinematography?
I felt like he was doing something, but he's not there yet.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't go hard enough in one direction or the other, where it's just kind of this weird floatingness of strange, but not fully committed to it.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he's relying on these sort of like less interesting static kind of shots. He walks through New York so much.
But does it look like
just
New York?
Him. No, I mean, it just looks
like a garbage apartment, stupid hair, and like nuclear power.
It looks like he's in the area where the house is in Fight Club. It's like this house.
Isn't the address? Don't they say the address in the movie?
Yeah, they do. I don't know what it is.
Soap Street or something?
Some shit. It's like well within like industrial zoning. And then there's just this fucking freak house.
What is your score?
You gave it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm thinking about giving it a 5. I'm kind of thinking about a 4. I'll probably go with a 4.75.
That's good. What do you give BP?
BP, I'm not feeling this one.
You're not feeling it at all.
This is another Jesus Son performance for me, where he's committed, but and Tom Dicillo apparently didn't like it either. I'm going to give Pitt a 4.
I'm gonna go ahead and bust out decimals. I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Okay,
because I find him weirdly fascinating and one of the only things you can grab onto in this whole movie.
Let me ask you this:
Yes,
does it feel like he's doing something else that the movie isn't intending? So maybe it's like what he's doing isn't the vision of the movie, but he's doing something.
I think what he is doing is all there is.
Yeah,
this is different than like. I found it interesting.
Now that you mention that, I kind of feel like if there were more scenes where he's like at a party, he's trying to show off.
He's by himself a lot.
And it's obvious that the people are just like, sure, dude.
The only moment you have of that, right, is when he's talking about fingering Catherine Keener.
Exactly. And it's with Deke.
Like, oh, this guy I thought was kind of cool is actually an idiot.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 scenes like that may have helped ground the...
But you want it to be longer is what you're saying?
Well, I think you could have cut out 20 minutes of the other shit that's not good.
You could fucking cut out so much
and add in these scenes, and then you'd be like, oh, okay.
You and me, let's make the movie different.
We need to do a Snyder cut. A trailer, basically. Trailer-length version of this movie. Yeah, so that's that. You gave Pitt a 6.5? 6.25.
Yeah, 6.5.
6.5. I gave him a 4. I'll bump it up to a 4.5 because I do like looking at him.
Can I ask you this question?
Yeah.
Is this movie better than Cool World?
Oh, yeah. Both have a specific vision. This one is, even though it doesn't nail it, it's far closer to realizing it than Cool World.
You can find us on Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, YouTube, We Doing Filmographies, X/Twitter, Do Filmographies. You can email us at wedoingfilmographies@gmail.com. Julian, what's the phone number they can call us at?
763-634-1897.
That's right. You can call or text us. You text us, I'll read it on the air. Now, what we'd really like for you to do is to leave us a review. I don't care about the platform. Apple Podcasts would be best. I think more people will listen to you if you do that.
Yeah, I feel like those are more like actual reviews, whereas other ones are just like, you like it.
But it seems, as Julian and I know, leaving reviews on our own page, that it's quite hard to do.
Yeah.
So leave them wherever. If you do that, we'll watch a movie of your choice and run an episode on it.
Just go to our YouTube and like every single episode and write a comment.
No.
On every single episode.
What?
Yeah.
And then
what?
And then you go to nowplayingnetwork.net and go ahead and check out some new podcasts.
Send a letter to nowplayingnetwork.net saying that we're your favorite, and they should, pay us for our efforts and put us on the splash page.
I think Jim would probably be really sad to hear you say it, but we're just all people making podcasts. I don't make any money out of my
Jim,
podcasts.
you need to give us your personal money.
Jim, you're going to have to
empty your bank account, Jim.
We need you to work at 2 libraries.
Yeah, we need you to work on the street corner, Jim. We need that money. Get out there.
Go to nowplayingnetwork.net. Listen to the other cool podcasts.
Yeah, one of each one at least.
That'd be nice. Merry Christmas, Jim. We sent them there, and they listened to all the podcasts.
Yep.
And now we are all rich and famous.
There's one, I think, on there that's Christmas related.
There is. Christmas, actually? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Holly.
Holly who?
Holly would if she could.
Oh, shit.
It's time for the horniest movie you've seen recently.
Yep.
Cool World.
The 15th day of Pittsmas.
Oh, shit. On the 15th day of Pittsmas, a cartoon gave me a boner.
And I wasn't ashamed.
Yeah, it was. I'll see you tomorrow. I've been Jason.
I've been Jules.
And
we
did
are
Filmography.
out.